Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the 14 Eagles Thursday night webinar conference call. My name is Brian Frazier. I'm one of your facilitators of 14 Eagles, and I'd like to welcome you tonight. You could be anywhere else tonight, but you chose to be here, and we really, really appreciate that. We don't take that for granted. So what I want to do tonight is I just want to start things off with a little bit of housekeeping for tonight. We've been making some changes to the 14 Eagles gifting back office, and so these changes have been a little challenging in making these changes. And the reason why we're making these changes is because we wanted to make the process a little more automated than what it was before. We were doing a fantastic job with the way that it was before, but it kind of was going a little slower than what we wanted because of the process that we have, and where you have to confirm your gifts, and people couldn't move forward until they got confirmed. And so now we have a process that we're trying to put into place where you can put in your receipt of sending a gift, and it will automatically confirm you. And so therefore it takes a couple of steps out of the process to make things move a little faster. And so in doing that, we wanted to try to get that implemented, but we're having little challenges in getting that done. And so, we hope that you could just bear with us while we continue to make progress on getting that forward for you. And because I tell you, once we get this up and running the way that we want it to, it's going to make the process move a whole lot faster than what it was before. And then that way the community can grow a lot faster, your teams can grow a lot faster, and then the gifts can move a lot smoother and faster as well. So we hope that all that comes together and we get everything moving in the right direction on that. So just bear with us, and we appreciate your patience for that. So now what we want to do is, the reason why we're here is just to give the full view concept of what the 14 Eagles platform is all about, and give you a whole perspective of what 14 Eagles is all about. And so we're here every Thursday night to give that perspective, because we don't want people to get confused or get any bad ideas about the 14 Eagles concept of why we're here. A lot of times you have gifting platforms that are out there right now. And since the pandemic last year, there's been a lot of them really coming up, and people have put out a lot of money into gifting platforms. And so we don't want to get people to get confused with the 14 Eagles gifting platform as those other platforms are popping up and going through their course, and then new ones pop up, and so on and so forth. So we wanted to kind of distinguish ourselves from those others. And so that's why we're here, to make sure that you understand what 14 Eagles is all about and what the 14 Eagles platform is all about. So what I want to do is just give you, show you the presentation that we have on our community website, which is located at www.14eaglesden.com. And if you go to the menu tab that says 14 Eagles video, then you will see what we're getting ready to show right now. And this video will give you a snapshot of how the platform actually works. Okay? So what I want to do is just show this video real quick, so you'll be able to see how the platform works, and then we'll go over the whole concept of what 14 Eagles is all about and what we do. Welcome to 14 Eagles. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to describe a program that provides like-minded people from all walks of life the opportunity to help one another. 14 Eagles is not a business, it's not a corporation, it's not a network marketing organization. Rather, it's a private, invitation-only, global community of people who believe in the principle that by helping others, in that process, we help ourselves. That's the premise of 14 Eagles. As we give, so shall we receive. 14 Eagles commonly uses a unique online gifting platform that allows members to come together for mutual interest, commitment, and prosperity. When we join 14 Eagles, we enter into the first step of that process. We're invited to freely send a $2 gift to each of 3 people whose names are presented to you for a total of $6. We now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $2, totaling $28. Of that $28, we keep $7 as our harvest and hold on to $21 for step 2. In step 2, you're invited to freely send a $7 gift to each of 3 people whose names are presented to you for a total of $21. You now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $7, totaling $98. You keep $8 as your harvest and add that to your previous harvest of $7 and hold on to $90 for step 3. Step 3, you're invited to send a $30 gift to each of 3 people whose names are presented to you for a total of $90. You now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $30, totaling $420. You keep $120 as your harvest and add that to your previous harvest total and hold on to $300 for step 4. Now for step 4, you're invited to freely send a $100 gift to each of 3 people whose names are presented to you for a total of $300. You now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $100, totaling $1,400, of which you keep $800 as your harvest. You can see how your harvest is growing. You hold on to $600 for step 5, where you're invited again to freely send a $200 gift to each of 3 people whose names presented to you for a total of $600. You now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $200, totaling $2,800, of which you keep $2,050 as your harvest and hold on to $750 for step 6. Step 6, the final step, you're invited to freely send a $250 gift to each of the 3 people whose names that are presented to you for a total of $750. You now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $250, totaling $3,500. You hold $750 for repeating step 6 and keep $2,750 as your harvest for a total harvest of $5,735 from a one-time initial gift of just $6. You can also send and receive additional gifts by re-entering and cycling through each step. For example, by re-entering step 1, where you send a $2 gift to 3 people, by cycling through that step, you have the potential to receive $22 in gifts over and over. Likewise, by recycling step 2, you have the potential to receive $77 in gifts over and over again. That principle applies to each step. By cycling through each step, you can receive $6,380 in gifts over and over, in addition to the $5,735 in gifts you receive through your initial progression through your 6 steps. One of the first questions we receive is, how do I position myself to send and receive these gifts? Well, I encourage you to contact the person who introduced you to 14 Eagles, and he or she, if they haven't already, will provide you with their website address, 14eagles.com/ and their username. In it, you will find an outline that will walk you through the process to becoming a 14 Eagles member. It's a very simple process that begins with registering for a Cash App account. Cash App is our payment processor, which allows us to seamlessly and in real time send and receive gifts. Once you have established and funded your Cash App account, you can join 14 Eagles by completing a very short template. Then send your gift to 3 people whose names are presented to you in your website, and introduce 14 Eagles to 2 people who do exactly what you just did. Register for a Cash App account, join 14 Eagles, give 3 people $2 each, and introduce the program to 2 like-minded people who do the same thing you just did. That's how you build your 14 Eagles nest. These are the people who follow you from step 1 through step 6. It all began with a very simple 4-step process. As I mentioned earlier, 14 Eagles is not a business. We're not selling anything. We're not asking anybody to change their behavior. We are merely presenting a program to our friends and family members that allows us to freely send a $2 gift to 3 people with the potential to be blessed to the tune of thousands of dollars each month. Thank you for your time, and again, I urge you to contact the person who introduced you to 14 Eagles. God bless. All right, so that's the 14 Eagles platform in a nutshell. And as I said earlier, if you go to our community website, which is located at 14eaglesden.com, you will be able to see this video on our phone. All right. Yeah, if you go to www.14eaglesden.com, and on the menu, you will see 14 Eagles video, and there you can see the 14 Eagles presentation in the video. You know, it's a very simple process. A lot of people understand it right away, but if you don't, you can watch it, you know, a couple of times if need be. And then we also have a tab called How It Works, and that will go over it in detail for you as well. So you can kind of study the process itself, and so you can get the hang of it and get with the person that invited you, and they can kind of answer any questions that you may have in reference to it as well. Now, the other thing is, once you understand the platform and how it works, then we have right up underneath the video, we have the instructions on how to sign up and how to send and receive gifts and set up your settings. Now, as we have this here, as I had stated earlier, we are making some changes to the back office. So this process is going to change somewhat in how we're going to send out gifts and confirm gifts. And so what you might want to do at this point is just look at the sign-up portion of this, and because you're able to sign people up. But as far as sending gifts right now, some people may have a problem doing that as we're making these changes in the back office. We didn't want to necessarily shut the back office down to make those changes, but most people will not be able to send gifts right away until this has been completed. And so, you know, I share with you to bear with us as we get these changes done. You know, I wish I was a programmer so I could do this myself. But a lot of times we're at the mercy of the programmers and what they need to do to make these changes and make them work the way that we want them to. And so, you know, we're at their mercy. so to speak. So that's just the nature of the business, I guess. And so we have to wait for them to do what they have to do so we can do what we got to do, okay? But we will be, once we have those changes done, we will be making changes to the instructions here on the site. So in the meantime, if you have any questions in reference to that, you can always come here to the Contact Us tab on the community site. If you click on the Contact Us tab on the community site, you'll see all the information where you can get a hold of us, where we have our email address there, controltower@14eaglesden.com, and we also have our member service number, where you can call at 301-684-1216. And if no one answers, just please leave a message, and someone will get back with you within 24 to 48 hours. It's really very quickly, but we say 24 to 48 hours because we like to under-promise and over-deliver, so to speak. So we will get back with you. A lot of people are surprised that we even have a member service number as a gifting platform. So no one has ever called and we have not answered or called them back. So be sure we do want to talk to you when you call. Okay. Now, what I want to really do, though, because that's the gifting platform, okay, and that's just a part of what we do. And once we have that down pat, once you understand the gifting platform and how to send gifts and how to receive gifts and things of that nature, and you're building your teams, that's good. But the other part of this is the whole concept of 14 Eagles. Okay, we're more than just a gifting platform. And so one of the things that I encourage people to do is to come to the home page on the community website. Our community website is located at www.14eaglesden.com. And if you go down on the home page and you'll scroll down a little bit, you'll see our welcome. And our welcome kind of gives you, in a very succinct way, the full concept of 14 Eagles, why we're here. And I always, on this call, I always like to go over this just to give people the proper perspective about what 14 Eagles is really all about. And so with the welcome, it says, 14 Eagles is a platform that provides like-minded people from all walks of life the opportunity to help one another. 14 Eagles is not a business. It's not a corporation. It's not a network marketing organization. Rather, it's a private, invitation-only, global community of people who believe in the principle that by helping others in that process, we help ourselves. That's the premise of 14 Eagles. As we give, so shall we receive. 14 Eagles commonly uses a unique online gifting platform that allows members to come together for mutual interest, commitment, and prosperity. 14 Eagles has taken a concept that is actually thousands of years old, giving, sharing, and accepting, and merged it with modern-day technology to create a virtual community, a community that has developed its own economy of peer-to-peer giving and sharing, which provides economic stability to become self-sufficient and self-sustaining. The 14 Eagles community is a bridge used to move people from a debt-based system formed on selling, buying, and taking to a collaborative-based system formed on giving, sharing, and accepting. This virtual community creates a paradigm shift in consciousness that inspires people to work together and garners love and harmony on a whole new spiritual level. There's a universal law. That's God's law. Whatever you give out into the universe, you will get back in abundance. If you are someone who has a heart for giving and genuinely likes helping people, then get with the individual who referred you to the 14 Eagles community and let them know you want to be a part of this growing movement to change the world into the place it was meant to be. To register for the 14 Eagles community is free, but to send and receive gifts through the platform, you will need to get a Cash App or an OG Pay account. Get with the member who invited you to walk through this process. So that's 14 Eagles in, the concept in a nutshell. And I hope that makes sense to you. I hope it kind of opens your eyes to what 14 Eagles is really all about. Because, even though we have a gifting platform here, we're more than just sending $2 gifts to one another, okay? It's more about building a virtual community, a community of people that have like minds that want to come together and build, and do more than just sending gifts. We know that sending gifts is very important now because people out here right now are hurting. The economy, our economy is not what it used to be, and it's very evident that we are in bad shape right now. With the pandemic hitting last year, and it looks like it's not going away anytime soon, life has changed from what it used to be. And a lot of times, good things can come out of tragedies. And so what we're looking at here at 14 Eagles is using this opportunity for people to come together and stop depending on governments and corporations to take care of us. We don't need them to take care of us. We can do that ourselves. And that's what 14 Eagles is here for, to kind of bridge that gap, all right? Because we truly are the leaders of this planet. Okay, we don't need governments to lead us. We don't need corporations to lead us. The people are the ones who lead. All right, and so we here at the grassroots level, we can come together and do whatever we need done together as a group, as a community, and that's what we're trying to do here with 14 Eagles. And so we're just looking for people that that want to think like we do here at 14 Eagles. Everybody may not want to do this, and we understand that. But we do understand that everything is a numbers game. And we understand that all we need is just 20% of the people. If we get 20% of the people in our communities, we can get done what we need to get done. Okay? And that's our philosophy here. One of the things that we start out trying to do, especially with our gifting platform, is to start people on their way of getting out of debt. That's one of our philosophies, is to get out of debt. Get out of debt and to eliminate poverty, okay? And we can't do that by ourselves. We need to be able to work together to be able to do that. Because debt and poverty, okay, that's something that was put in by design. And so we have to recognize that. And so, and the only way that we can recognize that is to change the way that we think and uplift our consciousness. Okay, that's going to be the key to all of that and dealing with this. And so on our website, right below our welcome, we have a video row. We have a series of videos. And we encourage you to take a look at these videos. These videos will put you in the frame of mind that you need to be in to make the change, to start coming together as a community, put you in the right frame of mind, put you to uplift your consciousness, to get you to be aware of what's going on around you. So therefore, when you go out into the world and you see what's going on, you look at it with a different set of eyes. You look at it with a different mindset. And then you can start to recognize what's really going on, what the government really is doing, what these big corporations are really doing to the communities. Because here's the thing. It makes no sense to me, I don't know about you, but it makes no sense to me that you have 4% of the people in this world, on this planet, controlling 95% of the wealth. There's a problem with that, okay? And a lot of people are not aware, or even if they are aware, they're not paying attention to it. And so we find ourselves in our communities, in our society, held back, held down, okay, strapped with debt and poverty all over the place. Just about every major city in this country and around the world has pockets of poverty, and that should not be. And so the only way that we can change that is to change our mentality and change our consciousness, our conscious awareness of what's going on. You know, we have to come together, not this individualized stuff. This is the time for us to really come together and make sure that we take care of each other, because that's what it's all about. If you do nothing else, we encourage you to come to us and join our newsletter so you can get our email updates, so you can stay informed about what's going on with 14 Eagles. But the main thing is we send out a video of the week, every Tuesday, that give you information that you otherwise normally would not get on mainstream media or other news outlets and social media outlets. So we try to give you some information to make you think and to raise your level of consciousness about what's happening in the world today. All right? And some of it can be a little controversial. All right? So, but it's to force you to think, to force you to go and research for yourself. Don't take any word from what we say here at 14 Eagles. Anything that you get from 14 Eagles, we encourage you to go and research it. Go and find out about it for yourself. We want you to be the leaders of your own community in your own household. Don't take everything that we say here at 14 Eagles. Just get the information and go and research it for yourself. Also, what we encourage you to do on our community website is to look at some of the organizations that we have partnered with. You know, we are not alone here at 14 Eagles. We encourage to work with one another. We encourage businesses to work with one another. We encourage businesses to come together, okay, and work together. We don't. We really promote teamwork here. There's no competition. We don't want to compete with one another. No matter what type of business that you may have, no matter what type of whatever ideas that you may have, bring it to the 14 Eagles family so we can all help participate in that and help whatever you have to prosper. Okay? We're a true community, a virtual community. And as a virtual community, we can do whatever we want to do. All right? It's our community. We control it. This is your community. So, you know, whatever you have to bring to the community, by all means, bring it to the community, as long as it can help the community to grow and help people to prosper. And so, you know, on our home page here, we have where people can advertise, and we have a way for you to be able to do that through our business community. Then we have what is called Fund Me 24/7, which is put up by a company called Dynamic Trio. We encourage you to take a look at their platform as well. They have the same philosophy as 14 Eagles, helping people to get out of debt and to wipe out poverty through crowdfunding. Very, very unique concept, all right, based on the law that was passed back in 2012 by President Barack Obama called the Jobs Act. That's kind of like how crowdfunding got started, and that's where you got your GoFundMe accounts and Indiegogo and things of that nature to help people to raise money for whatever events that you're trying to do. Well, they've taken crowdfunding and took it to a whole nother level. And so go and learn about that. Also, in Dynamic Trio, they have what is called Feed Me 24/7. And on Feed Me 24/7 is like a feeder system for Fund Me 24/7, all part of Dynamic Trio. Dynamic Trio has a trilogy of platforms that you can use to raise funds. And you can raise funds through crowdfunding for any type of personal project or business project that you may have. And so it's a powerful, powerful thing. And you work that along with 14 Eagles, now you can build a powerful, powerful community. Also, we have another company that we're partnered with called Cutting Edge Techno Solutions, SETS for short. And they are literally building communities from the ground up with their technology. They've taken technology where they can take everyday trash and turn it into usable material. okay, and reusable energy, where they're building, literally building communities with trash, taking trash, making building materials, building buildings with it, taking trash, um, uh, creating renewable energy to energize and power homes and buildings and businesses. It's a powerful, powerful thing. And yeah, and they're partnered with little old 14 Eagles, a little gifting platform that gives away $2 to people. Okay, so it's, as you can see, 14 Eagles is more than just a gifting platform. Plus, we've also partnered with Acquisition Alliance. Acquisition Alliance is a company that has come together online to help people and show people how to market their businesses online, how to make money online. Okay, so yeah, even though 14 Eagles is not a business, we show you and connect with the businesses that do help you to make money. Because see, here at 14 Eagles, we don't make money. Okay, that's one of the misconceptions that people have with gifting platforms. You don't make money with the gifting platform. All you do is send and receive gifts. Okay, making money is not the idea of a gifting platform, and that's what gets a lot of people in trouble with gifting platforms. They think that they're going in to make money or getting a return on their money. And see, whenever you go into a gifting platform thinking that you're going to make money or getting some type of return on your money, now you done turned it into a pyramid scheme. Okay? And then everything gets mixed up and convoluted. So we don't want to do that here at 14 Eagles. We don't make money here at 14 Eagles, but we are partnering with the companies that can help you to make money through legitimate businesses. Okay? And then also, we partnered with another company called Legacy Sharing. Legacy Sharing has the same concept as 14 Eagles. Okay, they're building a community, a virtual community, a worldwide community. But here's the thing. With theirs, it's not a gifting platform. They actually pay you as a paid member. They will pay you for doing good. Okay, neat concept. They're actually paying you to do good. Powerful, powerful stuff. So, we have partnered with some really, really good companies, and we have others that are going to be coming on board. So we really want you to get on board with us. Get familiar with what we're doing. Look at the other partners that we're bringing on board and working together. Because, see, if we truly come together and work together, there's nothing we can't do. Nothing. Nothing. And so we use this little platform, gifting platform that we have here with 14 Eagles, where we're going to be giving, you give $2 to 3 people, a total of $6, one time out of pocket. You do that, you'll never have to come out of your pocket again, okay? And you utilize that platform to help you to get into the other platforms, the businesses that we are partnered with, and now you've taken your money and you matriculated it to where now not only are you receiving gifts and donations through 14 Eagles and Fund Me and Feed Me 24/7, but now you're also making money with various different businesses. See, we're all about multiple streams of income. Most people don't think that way, all right? But we do, because it's all about people working together, all right? Now, this is what I want to close on real quick, because I don't want to keep you. I really appreciate everybody coming tonight. But this is what I want to close with. Because, see, if we really, really take heed to the numbers factor, look at the numbers of it all, you'll find that numbers don't lie. And if we really pay attention to the math of this, and we look at the numbers, we can really, really simplify what we need to do. One of the analogies that I always use is a penny doubling every day. If you take a penny and you double a penny every day for the next 30 days, what will happen? And I encourage you to get a calculator and do this. Take 1 penny today, the next day, take 2 more pennies and add it, The following day, add 4 more pennies. The following day, add 8 more pennies. And you're going to double that every day. And then you add it all up. It will astound you once you do that on a calculator. I know it blows me away every time I've done it. And I've done it at least 15, 20 times. And it still blows me away. You double a penny every day for 30 days. At the end of 30 days, you would have accumulated over $5.3 million. Now, I know that may blow your mind, because it did me. But numbers don't lie, do they? Math is almost like an exact science, isn't it? You know, they use math to build buildings. They use math to do everything. Math is very, very important. Numbers are very, very important. The universe is built on numbers. So understand, numbers don't lie. So watch this. If you just, in our community, if you just invited 2 people who can invite 2 people, who can invite 2 people, if we just did that, just that simple task, you invite 2 people, and those 2 people invite 2 people, and those people invite 2 people, and nobody invited more than 2 people, and let's just say we did this for 14 days straight. We just blocked out everything and just said, look, we're getting 2 people, everybody's getting 2 people, nobody's getting more than 2 people, and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna all work together to make sure everybody gets 2 people, invites 2 people to the community. And if we did that for just 14 days, what would the community look like? What will we have in the community if everybody just went and got 2 people the next day, every day, for 14 days? We're just talking about 2 weeks, okay? What if we did that? What would you have in the community, in your community? Well, check this out. After 14 days, 2 weeks, you would have accumulated over 32,766 people on your team, in your community, okay? Mind-blowing. That is mind-blowing. I know some of us probably can't even wrap our minds around that. How can you get over 32,000 people and all anybody did was just invite 2 people? Can you imagine if you just did that for a birthday party and you told everybody just to invite 2 people? How many people would show up? See, this is where the mental thing comes in at. This is where we have to change our thinking. You know, change the focus of our thinking. Uplift our consciousness a little bit to be aware of what can happen if we just did this little simple thing. A lot of times we make things difficult for ourselves just because of the way that we think. We think about things, you know, and that's been done by design. That's not something that just happened. You know, we have been taught to think that way. Well, we have to change and shift our thinking. It's a paradigm shift that's happening right now, and we have to be aware of that. So if we build our own community, and within 2 weeks, we built up 32,000 people working together, like-minded, what would happen just on the 14 Eagles platform? We're not talking about any other business or anything other than that. Just 14 Eagles, just a 14 Eagles platform. $2 just on the first level, sending $2 gifts. If everybody just did $2 gifts within the 32,000 people, within two weeks, 14 days, what would that generate? Okay? We're talking about just with $2 on level 1 in the 14 Eagles platform, we're talking about almost $50,000 in just 2 weeks. $49,140 to be exact. That is incredible with just a $2 gift. So, you see, the real value here is not the money. The real value is the people, right? Because the people are the ones who create the energy to make the money grow, to make the money work. Does that make sense? So this is where we need to shift our thinking. It's just a small shift, but guess what? It's a big shift. Because we can make things happen a lot more than what money really can. See, they really got us believing in the money, thinking that the money is the do-all and the be-all. But that's not it. The people are. Because if you take $1 and put it on the table, if nobody does anything with it, guess what? It just sits on the table, right? Most of us don't even know what money really is. If you really break it down, it will astound you what money really is in this country and around the world. So understand, it's a powerful, powerful thing that we have a hold of here. And we want you to be able to recognize that. So look, let's come together. Tell people about 14 Eagles. Let them know that we're more than just a gifting platform here. We're here to try to build something, build a community, build lives, okay? Not just in the virtual world, but in the real world, okay? And I'm going to close with this. If you take in your communities where you live at right now, in your community, if you had 20% of the people in your community that was cash-strapped and debt-free, meaning they had all the money that they need to live with, and they had no debts to speak of. The house was paid for, the cars paid for, no credit card debt, none of that. Cash-strapped and debt-free. 20% of the people in the community that you live in right now, do you understand they could control their community? They could tell the government officials within their communities what they wanted done, not the government officials telling them what to do. Does that make sense? Now you can dictate to corporations what you want them to do. See, you have more power and strength with just 20% of the people in your community that's debt-free and cash-strapped. That's where we're trying to go. This is what 14 Eagles is all about, right? So I'm going to get off my soapbox, and I want to see if, let me see if he's here. Greg Phillips, are you here today? Is he here? I think he might not have made it. Okay. Well, Greg, he's one of our fearless leaders here at 14 Eagles.
Brian, can you hear me?
Here he is. There he is. There he is. I couldn't find you on the board, brother.
Yeah. I didn't use my phone today.
Hey, yeah, I just want you to say a couple of words before we end.
I just want to say again, sure, my pleasure. My pleasure. Again, I just want to say, Brian, beautiful call, very powerful. And like Brian, we always say, these calls are recorded. So if your friends and family can't make it tonight, don't get mad at them, don't throw a rock at them. Just let them know that, we leave no stone left unturned. And we're going to make sure that they get this information. You can send them an email. That's why, as Brian said, it's very, very important to become part of our email list. Because we're living in some really, really interesting times. And it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better. Fortunately, it was in the right place at the right time. We just need you to join us. Brian, back to you.
All right, fantastic. Thanks, Greg. And that's my brother right there. Now, without him, 14 Eagles would not be here. Trust me. And we're doing some great things here. We've stood the test of time here at 14 Eagles, and we're very, very proud of that. We haven't gotten to where we want people to go with 14 Eagles yet, because, like I said, it's a paradigm shift in your thinking. And most people think that they want to come here and make a whole lot of money and get rich and all the different, bells and whistles that people are used to seeing. But this is a whole different animal here. This is not what we're doing. We're not looking for people to get rich, okay? We're looking for people to grow, okay? Grow spiritually, grow mentally, and grow the community. That's what it's all about. Because if we do that, all that other stuff automatically comes, okay? And so what we say to you is, coming into this community, we say, put yourself in a position where you're not chasing money, but the money is chasing you. Okay? Does that make sense? This is what we want you to do. Okay? So here at 14 Eagles, we do record these calls. If you know somebody that you wanted them to come here tonight and take a look at what we're doing, no problems. We recorded this call. This call will go out by tomorrow. Make sure that you're signed up for our newsletter so we have you in our email database, and you will get the recorded call, and that way you can send them the recording of this call, and that way they can check it out and see what we do. We're here every Thursday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The link to get on the call on the computer is right there on the Contact Us tab on the 14 Eagles community website, which is www.14eaglesden.com. And also, if you can only get on the phone, we have the number here on the Contact Us page as well, where you can just call in and listen. We even have the old school sizzle call number. Check that out. You know, we've had that on there for a while, but hey, look, if you want to introduce 14 Eagles and you don't know what to say, just get them on this sizzle call. It's about 4 or 5 minutes letting them know what 14 Eagles is all about. And then again, you know, if you have any questions or anything like that, you can email us at controltower@14eaglesden.com, or you can call us at our member service number at 301-684-1216. If you don't get if somebody doesn't pick up, please don't hesitate to leave a message with a callback number, and somebody will call you back as soon as possible. Okay? So with that being said, I really appreciate you guys coming tonight. You could have been anywhere else, but you chose to come here, and we really appreciate that. And so what we want to do at this point right now is do this.